Lesson 7-8, sequences, and in this lesson you learn to recognize and extend sequences. When are you ever going to use this? You can use sequences to determine the cost of a long-distance phone call. Okay, word to remember: sequence. So on Earth, gravity causes all falling objects to accelerate at 32 feet per second squared. This means that if gravity is the only force acting on a falling object, its speed will increase about 32 feet per second. This is what we call free fall, when gravity is the only force acting on an object. Okay, so it will fall at 32 feet per second each second. So the table shows the effect of gravity. What will the speed of an object be after 5 seconds? So in 0 seconds, okay, obviously the speed would be 0. In 1 second, the speed will be 32 feet per second. In 2 seconds, it will be 64 feet per second. 3 seconds, 96 feet per second. 4 seconds will be 128 feet per second. And we want to find out the speed of gravity after it is dropped 5 seconds. Remember, this is without any other force acting on it. Okay, no air resistance. It's just gravity. Okay, so the object is in free fall. So the numbers 0, 2, 34, 32, 64, 96, and 128 form what we call a sequence. Definition of a sequence is a list of numbers in a specific order. So in a sequence, notice that 32 is added to each number every single time. Okay, so with this one, the next number of the sequence would be 128 plus 32, which will be 160. Okay, so after 5 seconds, the speed of the object will be 160 feet per second. Okay, so let's do these examples and let's see how we can learn more about sequences. Find the next number in each sequence: 18, 24, 30, and 36. We know that we add 6 to each number to form the sequence, and therefore if we follow this pattern, okay, and 6 is added to each number, the next number will be 36 plus 6, or 42. And if you look at the next example, 21, 18 and 1 half, 16 and 13 and 1 half, if you notice, okay, 21 and 18 and 1 half, the difference is 2 and 1 half. We're subtracting 2 and 1 half each and every single time. So the next number for the sequence, okay, if we subtract 2 and 1 half from 13 and 1 half, would be 11. Okay? Example number 3. Before we go to example number 3, we know that another type of sequence is one where the numbers are found by multiplying the same number. Okay? So the sequences that we studied for examples 1 and 2 are called arithmetic sequence. We'll learn that next year. And there's another type of sequence wherein the numbers are found by multiplying by the same number. These are called geometric sequences. Again, we will learn that next year. You don't have to concern yourself with that now. So we want to find now the next number in each sequence, and these are all geometric sequences. Okay, so 2, 8, 32, and 128, you multiply each by 4. Therefore, the next sequence should be multiplied by 4. So the next number is 512. In number 4, 243, 81, 27, and 9. And if you notice, each number is being multiplied by 1/3. Okay, multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. So we multiply by 1/3, that becomes 81. 81 times 1/3 or divided by 3 is 27. 27 times 1/3 or divided by 3 is 9. So if we continue the pattern multiplying 9 by 1/3, we end up with the number 3. Okay, number 5. Okay, carpentry, a roof rafter of a building is braced as shown. This is shown right here. The length of the braces A, B, and C are 10 and 1/2 inches, 21 inches, and 31.5 inches respectively. Find the length of the braces of D and E. And if you notice, 10 and 1/2 to 21 will give you 10. You add 10 and 1/2 each time. 21 to 31 and 1/2. You'll add 10 and 1/2. This is another example of an arithmetic sequence from examples 1 and 2. So from there, after we find the pattern, we can simply now in the sequence, okay, 10 1/2 is added to each number. So the length of brace D is 31 and a half, or 10 and 1/2 plus 10 and 1/2 will be 42 inches. And the length of brace E, okay, would be 42 plus 10 and 1/2, or 52 and 1/2 inches. Okay? And that's it for our lesson. Before I go, the secret word for this lesson will be eagles. Secret word will be eagles. Okay? Thank you for watching.